Hey, what's up, plumbing business owners? Are you considering purchasing pipe bursting equipment? Have you already purchased pipe bursting equipment and do you need better stuff? If you are considering purchasing more pipe bursting equipment, I wanted to introduce you to trenchless equipment, and we're going to be talking about what it looks like for a plumbing business owner to get into pipe bursting. So we're going to be going over pricing, maintenance, like how much does it cost for the plumber to buy it? How much does it cost for the jobs for the homeowners to be able to pay this thing off for you? And I want to introduce you to Mr. Michael Lean from Trenchless Equipment. Go ahead, Michael.
Hello, hello everyone. Just want to let you know that today's presentation is sponsored by your favorite radio station, WIII FM, which stands for What's in It for Me. So thanks for joining us. Here we have our pipe bursting equipment for plumbing business owners. We got a nice picture here showing you what the process is. This is stringing cable through the old line, hooked up to a hydraulic ram where the technician is powering, bursting the old pipe and pulling in the new high density polyethylene pipe into place. Goes through roots, goes around bends. It does everything that you need to do to upgrade the client's sewer line or water line if you need to.
How much of a bend? Just curious, as a plumber, like that was the first thing that came to mind. How much of a bend could it go through?
So some people have been able to go around, 2 to 3 45-degree bends. And under special circumstances, people have been able to do a 90-degree bend. It is very difficult.
Wow.
But we only recommend it for very seasoned pipe bursting owners.
That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, love to hear more.
Return on your investment. That's what everybody really wants to know. Well, the national average pipe burst job pays $8,000 in income. The average cost to perform this job is around $2,600. And now this includes paying your employees, getting parts and equipment for each job, the pipe, to get back and forth. So that's what that includes. Pipe bursting equipment owners can pull for other plumbing companies as well, where they can make $2,000 to $3,500 for these jobs. These jobs also have lower costs since the other contractor is preparing the job site. Many plumbing business owners complete jobs for $15,000 to $100,000, depending on the job and complexity. These jobs cost vary depending on how much prep work is required, but you should be able to keep 65 to 70% of your revenue.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. I remember selling some for like 20, 30 grand. I personally didn't sell any for 100, but I think that those are just long runs, a lot of commercial work and stuff, but I love this. Keep telling us more.
What can be your target market? I got a picture of a Chevron gas station and a very successful realtor up here on top. Well, sell more trenchless jobs through real estate agents while closing home sales for $10,000. They're easy to close these accounts with an urgency to close escrow so the seller can get his payment and move on to buying his new home, and the buyer can move on to moving into their new home. Gas station soda drain lines. Jobs have been sold for $25,000 to $100,000. A local CVS had 2 different bids to replace a 100-foot line, and it was one bid was $100,000, and then the other bid was $200,000. One who got the $100,000 bid won the bid.
Nice.
Gas soda drain lines. The soda eats through that cast iron lines all the time. People are always having to replace these. Restaurants have the 2-inch grease pipe replacement jobs, and a lot of these jobs are done in the evening. KFC, pizza parlors, these type of jobs, they're usually done after the restaurant closes down because they can't afford to shut down the restaurant to have this type of job done because they lose all the revenue. Homeowners have the need to replace their 3/4 to 1 inch water line replacements. These jobs are typically 30 to 50 feet long, and they also can, the revenue that you get is based on the going rate for your city.
I've pipe burst a lot of main sewer lines too. So for the guys that are turning a main backed up line into a repair or a trenchless, like I've been able to flip a lot of main lines that are backed up into pipe bursting upstream and downstream of where the repair is needed, so you can perform more than one pipe bursting shot, depends on what
the job we did in Kansas City actually pulled right under a swimming pool. It was the first job. It was a training job for our client, and
Ouch.
he got $25,000 for that job. So it was a big chunk of the equipment in just one job.
I have a question about the pool, because I remember when I used to do this for 15 years and we'd try to stay away from the pool. Can you tell us what is the rule of thumb? Like, I remember it was like 5 feet minimum from the pool. I could be wrong, right? It's been over 4 years that I've been out in the field, but can you tell us what's the rule of thumb to deal with a swimming pool when you're pipe bursting?
Well, I think you want to be at least 18 inches to 24 inches, under the pool when you're going into it. And there are other lines like the pool drain lines should be able to be pipe burst as well. And I think those are 2-inch pipe burst jobs. We just had somebody that called last week that cracked their drain line in Tucson, Arizona. Contractor said he could pipe burst it no problem.
Cool. Love this.
Experienced trainers. We have experienced trainers that will prepare you with the tooling, expectations, prep work for training a job. They'll also tell you some other accessory tools that'll make your jobs a lot easier, and you can tackle almost any job that you'll come up against. And they'll keep you and your team safe, and you'll be able to complete your jobs quickly and make your clients really love you and refer you to a lot more of their friends. They'll provide you with live training with someone who has over a decade or more experience doing any type of job. If you have another job coming up, you don't know how to bid, or you have questions about a job that you looked at, they'll be able to discuss that with you and really help you out a lot. And you'll also have a lifelong phone and technical support for you and your team. If you're stuck on a job, our trainer will give you their card, and you'll be able to call them at almost any time, and they'll get back to you and help you out and complete your job with resounding success.
I have a question about that. I have a quick question about that. Because when the guys are out in the field, sometimes they need to talk to somebody quick. They're in a jam. Like, I've been in those jams, and I need to talk to somebody like yesterday, and the homeowners, So anyways, sometimes things happen, but what is a quick turnaround time? What's normal in the company for the guys to get back in case they don't answer the phone?
If they don't answer the phone right away, they can get in contact with me, and we'll set up a call. Generally within, I would think like 15 to 20 minutes.
That's good. Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Lifelong phone support and technical support for you and your team, and we'll closely work with your team for setting up the job. We'll send you a sheet that you'll be able to go over beforehand, so you know the expectations of how you set up that job, what tools that you'll need, and what you expect when our trainer gets on the job site. And we'll follow up with you, ask you certain questions about the job, what kind of pipes in the ground, what kind of ground conditions you're experiencing, is there any roots, big trees around. He'll go all over that with you, so you can really feel comfortable in starting the work even before you get the equipment.
Hey, Michael, I got a question for you. So how, let's say I purchased some equipment from you today, and you come out to my shop and do an on-site training for my current staff. Is that correct?
Correct.
Wow.
Okay. Now let's say 6 months from now, your equipment's helped me grow. I'm busier than heck. I had to hire 4 more installers, and I need to get a couple more guys trained on the process? What do you charge to come back out and do another training to get those guys up to speed so I can keep making more money and buy more equipment?
Yeah, it's generally up to the technician. They're like independent contractors, so you just kind of set that up with them, and you can discuss that on your current job or later when you come into that situation.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that.
So pipe bursting is a simple process to double your revenue for your plumbing company. Now, I've been working in this field for 21, 22 years. And when we first started selling the equipment, there was a company that found over $1 million in new revenue from having this equipment. Now, they were already getting the leads. They were in a high population job center, so it's not going to be the same for everybody. But if you use this equipment right, get the leads coming in, Tony and his team can help you get more leads for this jobs. And, it's just up to you how much money you want to make with this. It requires minimal excavation, so you make more money on each job. How to keep the money in-house without subbing the work. A lot of people are subbing to other contractors. Sometimes they're not available, and sometimes may have to pay more money to somebody else because your current person you're subbing work is really busy. Pipe burst allows you to upside current pipelines, allowing you to do more jobs for more money. You could upsize 3-inch to a 4-inch, could upsize a 2-inch to a 3-inch, a 4-inch to a 6-inch, or a 6-inch to an 8-inch. It just depends on what your current situations are. Pipe bursting takes minimal time to restore service and prevents root intrusions, helping you get 5-star reviews. You can dig the pits before you show up to the job, fuse the pipe, install it, and then come back and do the compaction a little later. Generally we recommend letting the compaction sit if it's a 6-inch job or bigger, because sometimes the pipe may have some pipe stretch that you may want to settle before you have permanent connections. The 30-ton equipment cost, a typical equipment cost is anywhere from 28 to 38,000. You definitely get a good return on your investment. Like the one individual in Kansas City got $25,000 on their first job. It isn't unheard of to have, within 3 weeks they've completely paid off the system. Some people who do like 10 jobs a week, they have the equipment paid off in less than a week. So it's up to you based on your business, and the potential for profit is between $70,000 to $700,000 profit per year. Once again, it depends how many jobs you're doing a week, a month. The average maintenance costs is less than $750. Once again, that's depending on your usage. If you're doing 10 jobs a week, that's going to be a whole lot different than if you're doing 2 jobs a month. But, the maintenance is very, very minimal. What we recommend is after 25 hours of using your pump, that you change the oil, because like in most engines, there's tiny fragments that'll, as you're breaking in the engine, that'll go into the oil. Then you want to change that. And then after that, you can change the oil every 6 months after that. So the engine and the oil maintenance, that's something that you want to really keep an eye on. You want to...
You guys can change the oil themselves, right? Or do you guys have to do it?
No, they can change the oil themselves.
So you said 25 hours,
We can
Michael.
also change the oil for them if they want us to, or we can recommend somebody who can do that for them.
Hey, Michael, question on that 25 hours of runtime before you do the maintenance. How is that tracked? Like, is that something that my team's going to have to worry about, or is there something on the machine itself that says ding, 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 hey, oil change?
Yeah, there is an hour meter on the machine that'll tell you how many hours you've been operating it.
That's cool.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. You know what? No one's ever pointed that out to me, Michael. Yeah,
Well, Well, we want the trainer when he's on the job site with you guys to point that out to you where it is and just keep track of it.
awesome, man. That's some great stuff. Yeah, it sounds like you got it dialed in. I really like what I'm hearing there. Yeah, I mean, you know, because it's all about return investment. It's not just about the money you make on the jobs. It's also, you know, not having to spend half of that
Spend
profit on
more money.
repairs and replacement.
Yes, it's how much money you
Absolutely.
keep.
Yep.
Plumbing business owners resources. So we have access to low monthly payment plans to make it real easy to. So you have, I don't know, somewhere between $700 to $800 a month payment plan. If you just do one job a month, it's going to be much more money than your payment plan. We have access to a number of pipe fusion companies, affordable sewer cameras for helping you find out more work and really showing the homeowner or business owner that why they need to replace their pipe. We access to jetters that help you clean out the lines, get rid of the roots. Anything else you need, we'll help you find it. We support you with corporate blogs to support your business and help understand what other type of work that you can do and how this equipment can help you make more money. We have sales training to help you increase your business revenue to over $10,000 a job. If your business changes, we can help you sell your equipment.
That's tight. I like that. If your
Heck yeah.
business sells, or if you don't even sell it, let's say you go out of business. Come on, that happens sometimes. Not to my customers, though. No.
That's right.
Hey, so some guys go out of business, right? Go out of business, you sell, whatever. You need to get rid of the equipment. These guys will help you sell it. That's pretty tight. Do the other programs do that? I don't really know. I've been hanging out with Michael Lean for like 2 years now. So it's not like he just popped up in my Zoom one day and said, let me show your plumbers this. We've been hanging out for like 2 years now, so go ahead, Michael.
Well, thanks a lot for that, Tony. That really helps.
Yeah.
You can add more accessories to your current equipment. If you have a mini excavator, backhoe, or whatnot, a number of people are using this without a pump. So that can save you like $12,000, $13,000 right off the bat and get more revenue for equipment that you already have in the field. That's what this company was doing a job at a casino in Oklahoma. That's the equipment that they have back there. They're running this off of a mini excavator.
We need to get them some gloves. Just teasing.
Yes, sir.
I know all the plumbers are picking this picture apart right now. Stop it, guys. Stop it.
Right.
The
Protective
helmet.
helmet.
That's okay. No big deal.
Got to use that PPE.
That's right, baby.
So, guys, I just want you to, did I miss some slide here?
Oh, you're good.
So I just want everybody to take it to the next step now. You'll receive $1,000 in sales training for plumbers, no purchase necessary. If you call me at 510-406-8214 or email at sales@trenchlessequipment.com. And if there's any questions, we'd be happy to take any questions right now.
Yep. And if you guys need to see more information before an email or a phone call, go visit trenchlessequipment.com. I believe you're located in California, right? And are you in Newport?
Yes,
still?
sir.
Are you still in Newport or Orange County?
I pop back and forth between Alameda County and Orange County.
Okay, cool. And so the sales training for plumbers, just so you guys know, what does that mean? Well, there's this very specific class that we built for plumbers, and it's called How to Turn a Drain Cleaning Job into a Trenchless Job over $10,000 ethically without putting a bunch of pressure on the homeowner. Even if you don't have big selling skills, we'll teach you what to say, what not to say. It's a really simple formula of how to turn a drain cleaning job into a trenchless job that is typically over 10,000. I'll show you guys how to do that. You can get that video for absolutely free. All you got to do is reach out to Mr. Michael Lean by visiting either his website, calling his phone number, maybe his email, and you could also reach out to us here at Strictly Plumbers. We will be providing a link so that all of you guys can have that. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this training. Do you want to go over anything else before we go, Mr. Lean or Mr. James Gonzalez?
Well, James, I know you've used this equipment before. Do you have any words of wisdom to share about this?
Oh yeah, no, I think it's great. I think the information and more importantly, how to keep that profit is something that a lot of companies missed on. They're focused more on getting that sale and not taking care of the customer. And so far, Michael, I think you have run those two hand in hand, that they both are super important. And I've seen, like Tony was saying, trenchless jobs can go anywhere from 10 and up. You might have a short run. You're going to sell for under 10, but I'll tell you right now, though, having that equipment ready and guys trained makes it so much easier to get homeowners taken care of and back to get them using their plumbing system the way they're meant to be.
Awesome, James. And for those of you that don't know James, he works at Strictly Plumbers here, and he's a plumber, 17 years plus. Next Star certified manager, worked at Mr. Rooter for over 10 years in Dutton Plumbing. He's a 7-figure manager. So he is in charge over here of sales training and business coaching for Strictly Plumbers. And so if you guys are interested in the trenchless equipment, I highly recommend getting a hold of Mr. Lean at trenchlessequipment.com. And if you need some sales training for plumbers, some videos, some training, go to salestrainingforplumbers.com. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day.
Take it easy.